Good morning, John. Yeah, I got Mayor Chris Vergano, Mayor of Wayne Township. Appreciate your time. I know you're super busy. So I want to talk about the current situation. Obviously, you've seen the flooding. You've gotten a chance to, see and talk to the residents. I'm curious what your thoughts are in terms of when you talk to them and how you assess the situation.
So it's very tough. They've been in a situation now twice in the last 3 weeks. The same people that were impacted this time were the same folks that got impacted Christmas time and really didn't have a holiday. And now the forecast is for rain again. So they're kind of nervous about what's going to happen next. We would encourage people that do not drive around barricades. They're meant for everybody, not just certain people. That we seem to be pulling people out of cars that are driving through the water. We don't believe the federal government or state government is going to solve flooding. So what we've done is proactively purchase 340 homes with $100 million in FEMA funds over the last 10 years. And now we're getting more phone calls. I've gotten some emails this week from people who are saying, okay, I've had enough. How do I get in the buyout program? Which I think is a good thing, because that's the only way we're going to get people out of harm's way. And that's our whole goal, take people out of harm's way. We're totally prepared for anything that can happen. You can see we have the mobile command center just parked behind us conveniently. So we have our police officers out there today once again. The number of evacuations this flood during 3 weeks ago is down dramatically. So people took our warnings. We even went door to door to folks and say, listen, the waters are coming up again, almost as bad as they did 3 weeks ago. You need to self-evacuate. And people kind of listened to that. But it's sad because kids can't go to school. Traffic is stopped. We had Route 23 shut down, which just caused major havoc for everybody. In Pequannock, it happens, it's a low-lying area. So now 23 is open again. We had a problem with the floodgates. We had asked that those be opened early, and that didn't happen, so a lot of disappointed people about that. But it's a sunny day, and hopefully the rain won't come here again.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot to process, right? I mean, in terms of resources available to folks now, I know this is where a lot of it's deployed. What can people expect there?
So now we go into the next phase, and that's throwing out everything that's been ruined by the flooding, putting all the garbage out again, which we just went through after 3 weeks, and we'll pick that up as quick as we can. That added expenses to the community. But it's a vicious cycle that they're in right now. Now, fortunately, we haven't had this type of flooding in the last 10 years. Things have gone extremely well. But here we are again. So for those people that are involved, we're here to help everybody. We're doing as much as we can, but we tell them, please be safe.
And I know you touched on this too, a lot that's kind of being talked about, things that need to be done, whether it's dredging, whether it's buying out homes, figuring out when to release the water. Any thoughts on that and what residents are saying is their biggest priority as they deal with all of this?
Well, they're seeing that they can't live in the houses that they purchased or they're rented because of the water. And there's got to be some type of long-term solution. In my mind, buyouts is the only way, because I don't see anything happening. I mean, I've been mayor 17 years now. The federal government has done very little, and there's really no game plan to do anything. We hear a lot of talk, and there'll probably be meetings after this because there's been a flood, but in the end of the day, it's going to be the same situation. So that's why we encourage people to take the buyouts if they can. The government pays fair market value. We're not in favor of elevating houses because our fear is, okay, your house is up in the water, 3 o'clock in the morning, you have chest pains, we still have to launch the boats to come and get you, and that puts people in harm's way and puts you in harm's way. Just because you're up in the air doesn't mean you're out of harm's way. So that's why we've been proponents of the buyout program.
And we got to go, but just want to ask you, obviously sunny right now, we got rain, wind, possibility of power outages, anything people need to be mindful to do today before it happens?
So they need to prepare in case they have to leave again. We're here for them, and we'll be ready for anything that's thrown to us.
Mayor Chris Vergano, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You heard it there, John. A lot going on, a lot of things for folks here to digest, and a lot more impacts to come.
Tony, I'm so glad you brought up power outages. Plus, I can see it's very cold in Wayne. You could have wind chills below 0 next weekend in Wayne, so that's going to introduce the element of ice. Thank you so much for the interview.